Hey guys, Pankaj here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about Python decision making. So let's see what and all you are going to learn today. Let me share my screen. Okay, so here is the agenda. So we'll see what are different decision making statements. So we'll see if statement, then if else statement, if elif else statement, and nested if else statement. Okay, so let's see. So first of all, we'll see if statement. What is this? So this is nothing but block of code will be executed if and only if given condition is true. Okay, so you will be writing the if statement and followed by your block of code which is going to be executed, and you will have definitely one statement with condition. Okay, so if condition is true, then only that statement will be executed. If it is not true, it will exit from the statement. Okay, so this is the control flow. So we have statement here followed with the condition. If condition is true, it will go inside and execute the conditional code or the block of code which you would like to execute. If condition is not true, that is false, it will simply exit. Okay, so let's see what is the syntax and how to use it. So I'll write the syntax here. So we have if, then here you write the condition, then followed by all the statements. Let's see one example here. So I'll just take one simple list. Okay, now I'm going to check certain element in the list. If it is present, then it will return boolean true using membership operator, which we have already talked in the first video. Okay, so let's see how to check. So if then your condition is, let's say I'm writing 20 in A. Okay, if 20 is present, then it will go inside. I'll just simply print 20 is present. Okay. So you see, when I executed, I'm not getting any of the output here. Why? Because 20 is not present in A. So as per this flow, if condition is true, then only it will go inside and execute the conditional code. So my conditional code is this print statement. Okay. So since 20 is not present, this becomes true. This becomes false. So since this becomes false, then it will go to here and it will simply exit from the code. And after exit, you don't have any statement. That's why you are not getting any output here. So I'll just, to make it more understandable, I'll just write simply here, I am outside of if block. See, I'm outside of if block, which has not gone inside due to false condition, right? So that's how if condition works. So now let's say if else condition, what it does. So under if else, what happened in the previous condition, we saw if condition is true, then only it will be executed internally, otherwise it will exit. Okay, but what if condition is not true? Okay, so for that we have if else statement. So similar to previous one, if condition is true, it will go inside and execute the code. If condition is not true, then what will happen? It will go to else code, and else statement will be executed. Okay, that's what it talks. If condition is false, it will go to else. If condition is true, it will go to if code. Okay, so let's make it simple by giving one example here. So I'll just take the same example. So I'll just take 20 in A. So let's print it. Else, I'll just write 20 is not present. Okay. See here what happened. So first it has gone to this condition. 20 is not present in A. This becomes false. This is not executed. Now it will jump to the else condition. Okay. So else will be executed only when previous condition is false. So now you see here print 20 is not present. So it is printing 20 is not present. Okay. So that's about if else. So now, similarly, you may have similar like multiple conditions where if that condition is not true, then let's go to next condition. If that is not true, again go to next condition, and if that is true, it will go to the inside that block and it will execute and come out of it. Okay. So for that we have multiple if else condition. If, elif, and else. Elif is nothing but earlier we saw that else, right, without condition, right? So if you are going to put some condition in the else, then it will become elif. Okay, and elif along with the condition. If that is also not happening, then let's go to the else block. So none of the condition is true, then it will go to else block and it will get executed. So this is what I've written here. Definition is the elif is short for else if. It allows us to check the multiple expressions. Okay, so first this if will have condition, then another elif will have condition. If we have one more elif, then that will also have some condition. So this is nothing but multiple expression. Okay, if the condition for if is false, it checks the condition of the next elif block. If this condition, the first condition which is starting from the if is not true, it will go to the elif. There also it will check the condition. If that is not true, then of course it will jump to the last else condition and it will come out of it after executing. Okay. If all the conditions are false, the body of else is executed. Okay. So let's see one example here. Similar example to make it simple. If 20 in A, okay, let's do that. Then if I'll just do 10 in A, then let's print 20. If this is also not true, just write else, and I'm in else block. Let's execute it. See what is happening. So 20 is not present in A. This became true, false. So it has come to the next else block with condition. 10 in present, 10 in A. That is also not true. It will go to the else. That will execute. Okay. Now let's take similar example where I'll make one of the condition true in if or else. So I'll just mention 2 is present in A. 2 is present. Okay. See what happens. So first I'm checking 20 in the list. It is not present. It will go to elif. 2, it will check 2 whether it is present in A or not. Yes, it is present. So it will execute this block and come out of this complete block. Okay. So it doesn't mean that this will be else will always be executed. Else will be executed only when none of the above conditions are true. Please remember that. Okay. So now we can have nested if else statement also. So how this works? So given if else block of code will be executed based on whichever given condition is true. Okay. So basically you will have if else and another if else is present inside the first if or second if condition. Okay. So I'll just make one example here. A equal to, let me write if P. So since it is a string, right? So part of title will be also a string. I'll just write P in A. So if P is present in A, let's do some other condition check. If Py in A, else is not present in A. So I'll just add another else. Nothing is present in A. Okay. So what I can do instead of writing A, let's do some string formatting also, so that you can see how it will be kind of revision for you guys how string formatting is done. Okay. So here also I just write format. Selection. So I'm just writing first condition whether P is present in A or not. So let's see what is happening here. So since P is present, so what will happen? This condition will become true. So it will go inside of this block, right? So again, I'm writing if else condition. Then this is what is your nested if else. So if else condition inside another if else, right? So again, another condition is whether pi is present in A or not. Is it present? Yes, it is present. So this will be executed. Yes, pi is present in that format A, nothing but Python. Okay. So let's try to make it false and see what is happening. So just say pi in A. So see what is happening. So this particular condition of first if else condition is becoming false. What will happen? None of the block will be executed which is inside of the first if else, right? So it will jump to the else condition. So since this is not true, it is becoming false. It will jump to the else block, and that's why it is returning nothing is present in Python. Okay. Let's take one more example where I'll make this as true. So let's say pi is present in A. Yes, it is present. If pi in A, child means pi is not, pi is present, else pi is not present in A. Okay, let's run this. See what is happening. So if P is in A, yes, P is present in A. So this condition became true. So once it is becoming true, then it will go to the inside block. It's inside block what we have another if else, right? The first condition will be executed. So we'll see whether Pi is present in A or not. No, it is not present. So this will become false. If this condition is becoming false, then it will jump to the else. So else condition block will be executed. Okay, so Pi is not present in Python. Okay, so that's how this Python decision making works. So we have if condition, if else if, and if then nested if. Okay, so this will be very helpful, guys. Whenever you have a lot of it later, you are going to do some conditional block execution. So there, this if else condition will be heavily used. Okay, so you may combine if else along with the for loop also. Okay, so let's take if else using for loop. How you can combine? I'll just mention here using if else for loop. Okay, so let's take one example. So I'm going to run, let's say, I have one list of elements, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So for, I'll just take one simple element, ELM, that is nothing but shortcut of element. It's a variable in A. Okay. So I'm going to iterate over each element using for loop and just going to print A. Sorry. ELM. Okay, so now each and every element is printed because it is present. Okay, now I'm going to run one condition here. I'm not at all interested in any of the element, right? I would like to have some condition, and let's say that condition is I want to print only those elements which is even number. So what is even number, guys? Those number which is divisible by 2. There's no remainder. Okay, so remainder will be 0. Then only it will be all even number. Okay, so instead of printing this, what I can do, I'll write another condition here. If ln modulo 2 equals to 0. So any number which is completely divided by 2, so remainder will be 0, then only print that number. Okay, so I can just write when number is dot format and okay. So let's see what is this mistake here. Typo. Okay, so it is iterating over each element. So first is 1. So 1 is not even number. It is not completely divisible by 2, right? So it is not printing this statement, right? It will go to the next element, 2. 2 is completely divided by 2. So remainder will be 0. That's why it is going to this block and it is executing, correct? And again, it will go with 3, 4, and 5, and so on, right? So this is printing the even number. What about the other number? Let's say you would like to print them. So if some number is not even number, then of course it is an odd number, right? So what you can do? So for the remaining number, you can just put else it's an odd number. Okay. So odd number is 1, even number is 2, odd number is 3, and so on. Okay, guys. So that's all you can use if else along with the for loop. Okay, or inside if else you can use for loop. Okay, so based on the condition or conditional statement whatever you are running, so accordingly you can use for inside if or if inside for loop. Okay. Yeah, so I hope you understood properly. So I would suggest please pause the video, run parallelly in your notebook. So I am uploading all the notebooks in Jovian as well as GitHub and Google Drive. So whichever account you have or you are maintaining as repo, please go ahead and download that and run it. Okay. Yeah, so that's all from my side. Thank you everyone. And please subscribe my channel, like the video, leave the comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.